We're 30 minutes into the U.S. trading day on this Wednesday, February 7th. Here are the top stories we're following. Have and have-nots. Snap plunges and Ford soars as earnings season rolls on. We'll hit the biggest movers. The father of fast casual dining will speak to Panera founder and current Cava chairman about investing in the restaurant business in our Wall Street Week daily segment. And in conversation with Carlyle, CEO Harvey Schwartz joins Sonali Basak in an exclusive interview 1 year on from taking the top spot. I'm Katie Greifeld in New York. Welcome to Bloomberg Markets. You take a look at these markets right now. It's quiet. Once again, the S&P 500 currently up about 0.4%, slightly better if you take a look at big tech, currently up about 0.5% on that NASDAQ 100. I wanted to highlight the VIX there at the bottom, continuing to fall just slightly. And then we have New York Community Bank. Of course, that is one of the biggest stories in markets right now, falling another 7%. Just to give you an update here, the struggles are continuing. Of course, the lender was cut to junk by Moody's yesterday, just 1 week after announcing that it was slashing payouts and stockpiling reserves, putting more concern on commercial real estate. Joining us now is Herman Chan of Bloomberg Intelligence. Of course, Herman Chan of Bloomberg Intelligence. And let's keep this conversation going now with Sarah Hunt, partner and chief market strategist over at Alpine Saxon Woods. And Sarah, let's talk about the systemic part of what Herman Chan was talking about just now. How concerned are you that this is the beginning of something broader when it comes to what we're seeing in the regional banks and what we're seeing when it comes to CRE? And like you said, we had really stellar results from just a couple of names, not so much if you take a look at other areas within the Magnificent Seven. Is that enough to sustain this momentum? Quick look at what's moving underneath the surface of the markets right now. We're going to do that with Bloomberg's Abigail Doolittle.
Well,
great earnings season so far. For some, pretty punishing when it comes to others. Bloomberg's Abigail Doolittle, great to see you. Coming up, a touchdown for sports fans. Disney, Fox, and Warner Brothers are teaming up to create a sports streaming powerhouse. We'll take a look at the deal next. This is Bloomberg. Well, some huge news last night. That, of course, is media powerhouses Disney, Fox, and Warner Brothers teaming up to launch a new sports streaming service this fall. Let's get some insight now from Geetha Ranganathan, Bloomberg Intelligence media analyst. I mean, just to start, set the scene for us. I was pretty surprised by this. Were you surprised? What are you making of this?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Instant analysis, as always. That is Geetha Ranganathan of Bloomberg Intelligence. And let's welcome back now Sarah Hunt. She is partner and chief market strategist over at Alpine Saxon Woods. So we talked about earnings, we talked about tech. I want to talk about healthcare because I'm looking through your notes and you mentioned that there are opportunities in healthcare. And when I think healthcare right now, I think weight loss drugs. Is that the proper reaction, though? Is that what you're looking at, those GLP-1 opportunities, or is there room to grow beyond that? And it's not that weight loss drugs are disrupting retail, et cetera. It's also disrupting healthcare because you saw a lot of stocks within healthcare actually have a pretty terrible year last year on the heels of that. But I'm curious, when it comes to healthcare, the conversations that I have, sometimes people highlight that they see potential M&A opportunities there, that it's an industry that's ripe for consolidation. Is that part of your call at all?
I think
Let's talk about energy. I brought this stat up on yesterday's show. I'm a little bit obsessed with it. You take a look at Chevron, for example, record production in 2023. It bought back 5% of its stock. And looking forward, it has some pretty rosy projections as well. But you look at energy and Chevron overall, and the valuations that we're talking about are well below that of the broader S&P 500. How are you thinking about energy in this market? All right, time now for social climbers. Look at the stocks making waves on social media this morning. And first up, Alibaba out with earnings today that fell short of estimates. China's e-commerce pioneer says it cut about 20,000 employees throughout 2023. Next, we have Chipotle beating fourth quarter sales and profit estimates thanks to strong sales. The burrito chain bucking the trends that we've seen from McDonald's and Starbucks. And finally, we have Ford soundly beating expectations and forecasting higher profits this year. The automaker is scaling back EV spending and dialing up output of its gas-fueled models. That is a sign of the times. And of course, you can follow all the latest company buzz on TREN Go on your Bloomberg terminal. Now coming up, the Carlyle Group overhauling how it pays deal makers to free up cash flows as it plans a $1.4 billion share. All right, our thanks to Harvey Schwartz, of course, the Carlyle CEO, and Bloomberg's Sonali Basak. A great interview there, of course, 1 year in the role from Harvey Schwartz. And we do want to bring you some breaking news now. New York Community Bank is said to be in talks to offload its mortgage risks and is also planning to sell its recreational vehicle and marine loans. Of course, we are continuing to follow this story after we learned yesterday that, of course, Moody's cutting what we learned in March 2023. Let's get now to Bloomberg's Matthew Monks, who broke the story. Matthew, what do we know so far?
Hey, so yes.
And it's time now for our daily Wall Street Week segment. We're going to pivot from banks, thankfully. We're going to take a look at the challenges and the opportunities in the fast casual food industry, from weight loss drugs to AI. Joining us now is the Panera founder, Ron Shaich. He is also the chairman and lead investor at Kava and the author of Know What Matters. And of course, we're joined by Wall Street Week host David Weston. Fast casual, of course, very hot.
Yeah, in food as well as in dress, as I understand it.
There you go.
Okay, thanks so much for joining us.
Ron really enjoyed this conversation. That is Ron Shaich. He is chairman and lead investor at Kava and author of Know What Matters. David, what's coming up?
So tomorrow we're going to go from food to books. We're going to go down and talk with the KKR co-head of global
technology. This is Bloomberg.